So I'm taking a little bit of a weekend road trip, and I'm traveling outside of my 60-mile radius. And what I've learned, even though I've been a full-time nomad on the road for 4 years, is that it's still hard, even as a nomad, to push yourself outside of your normal operating radius. So when you're not traveling, or when you've become accustomed to an area and you kind of just float around that area, it's very hard mentally to push yourself to go outside of your 60-mile circumference, even when you're living a nomadic lifestyle for several years. And it takes a mind of adapting. Adapting is one of the most hardest things to do. One of the biggest compliments someone once told me is, "Sam, I know you'll figure things out because you have an adaptive mind." When you adapt, you accept that things will not be the same. You accept that change is part of life. You don't cling onto things mentally. And that's very hard. Very hard. Sounds easy, but you try it. And even now, pushing myself a little bit, in one sense, I'm more comfortable and more inspired in another area. But in another sense, my creativity, my juices flow when I push myself a little bit. Just like, it's comfortable not to go to the gym. It's easier not to go. But when you go and you push yourself and you get the juices flowing, you feel better. Because there's a requirement or a human need that we have to put a demand on ourselves. Even though we don't want to, it's almost like it's necessary to grow and to live, to be alive. And so adapting is a mental gym, and pushing yourself to do something that's uncomfortable, that's whether it's brand new or semi-new or just different from what the normal routine is. When you change jobs, it's adapting. When you move, it's adapting. When you leave relationships, it's adapting. And some people like that once in a while, but adapting a lot is very hard for most people to sustain. Even hard for me at times. And there's got to be a desire to want to. But I get my adrenaline flowing like nothing else, when I do, when I'm able to push myself a little bit. So if you said what was one of the major requirements that I would tell someone they would need to live as a nomad in their car or RV, I would say a mind to adapt. Now, I just got done doing a video from an RV park. Those RVs have been parked there for months. They're not really adaptive people. They look like they barely even leave their RV. Is there something wrong with that? No. But I'm saying for me, even if I had a home base, I need to be active to keep my mind centered, to keep my body centered, keep my juices flowing. I don't want to I want a safe, legal place to park. There's value in a home base. There's value in an RV park. But I don't want to live a sedentary life, meaning a stationary life. I want to get myself going because I know it's better for me physically, mentally, emotionally. When you don't get moving, you're a political junkie, or you're a relationship junkie, or you're a food junkie. Or, junkies are people that can't move on, in one sense of speaking. There's a lot to be said for an adaptive mind. And what I want to get across in this video is you have to push yourself. And it's not easy, because humans are creatures of habit. You said, is it disrespectful to evaluate a junkie or evaluate an addict? No, because it's an evaluation, not a judgment. And we've all been addicted to different things, whether food, relationship, drugs, gambling. And what I can tell you is humans are creatures of habit. Humans are creatures of habit. So it's almost like we're born addicts of something, because we're addicts of, make your habits good habits. And if you find yourself overweight and obese in 30, change your life. Get away from that unhealthy food. If you find yourself an addict of drugs, even if it's weed, guys, cut that shit out. Okay? Even I don't believe in nofab, which is no masturbation. But I understand some people, they're glued to porn for 5 hours. Whatever you can't walk away from controls you. So you got to get in somewhat control of your life, or else you're going to be addicted and you're not going to adapt. That's my message in this video. I hope it smashed your life like you smashed the thumbs up button, smashed the join button. And I thank you for watching. Peace.